How's it going, guys? Well, go do some running around and crap, but it's been a little while, so gonna get to a really big and long update on the wildcat. Well, as you can see, I got it jacked up, track off the ground about 6 inches. Well, I guess I'll start with all the problems it had when we first got it. First got it, we knew it needed a battery, upper ball joint. What else? Battery, a ball joint, and what the hell was the other thing? Something to do with the brakes, I think. After we went and checked it out, brakes were frozen. Like I said, no battery. Oh, dry. I needed a belt, dry belt. So we'll start with all this stuff we found out after we got it running. Because when we got it the first day, we threw a battery in it. None of the lights were on, so we thought it was a wire or a switch. I mean, not a switch, a wire or a fuse or something. Couldn't figure it out. The main thing was it wasn't charging. So this is EFI. It's a battery EFI. So it has a separate voltage regulator and a computer or ECU, which is that right there. wildcat electronic fuel injection. And what that does is if one of the regulators crap out, you still have the battery that charges you still have a regulator that charges the battery, so you can get it home. Because without the battery charging, you'd probably only be able to run this for maybe a half an hour before it wouldn't run at all, because the battery would just go completely dead because of the fuel injection. So with those two there, we were kind of screwed. So we went out, bought a brand new wildcat battery, brand new drive belt, new ball joint, installed those. Still no charging, and I found out that like I just said now, there's two regulators. There's one regulator, that small one right there. That's an AC current regulator, and what that does is that runs all the lights. So all the lights run off a separate regulator, and then right behind this fin here, there is a like a motorcycle type regulator, and we thought one of those were bad, so we had to trace the wires, and we ended up finding out that it's got like a little backup alarm that's up here, and they actually had the backup alarm plugged into the main harness, the main wiring harness that comes off the stator and magneto. So after a while, we found out where that, because right up here, you can see that red wire that's taped right here, this one. It's actually supposed to be a fused wire, and that wire is actually supposed to go to these two wires right here, this brown one, and then this greenish black one. And that's supposed to be a fused wire that runs all the way along down here, and that's how you get the charging system. Because up here in the fuse box, this blue one right at the end, as you can see, it says battery charge. So it took us a little while to figure that out, and then we found out that we had this regulator for the lights plugged into the wrong socket, because these wires here for that stupid backup alarm thing that's behind here has the same color wires, so whoever had it before us had it all screwed up. But we just need to get an ignition switch, because the one I got up at eBay is an aftermarket one, and it doesn't really work that great. So all the lights work though, and headlight and everything charges, runs good. So tack works and everything. Now the speedometer doesn't work, and that's because down here I know a lot of you guys have problems with the drive units, which is that right there. And what happens is when a little cable piece that sticks out of that goes into the bearing, that ends up snapping off, and that's why most of the time, that's how most of the throttle speedometer cables break. So we got lucky and got that end out of the bearing. So, but that drive unit itself is junk, because as you can see, the speedometer cable right here, it doesn't turn, it's jammed, and that should spin freely. So I'm ordering that off eBay. That's where I got just about everything for this, eBay, except for the ball joint and the battery and stuff off of we got that from the dealer. Now this is supposed to have a whole bumper, a rear bumper that wraps all the way around, and there's like a plastic shroud thing that covers all this up. This is actually the rear radiator. It's got like cooling lines and stuff. Pretty cool underneath the seat. So just that bumper, the ignition, speedometer, and it's missing one of the reflectors on that side. So I'm gonna order one of those for like $4 and some change. But other than that, she's all set. We're having problems with reverse. It's not going in reverse either, but we'll screw around with that later.
You gotta watch for the wires, they melt in the exhaust.
Oh yeah, and the headlights too. There's actually a wire. Actually right there, you can see it. It actually got melted on the exhaust. Right there. We had to retape that up, so you guys will have to watch out for that. And you can see the connector right down there. That was all melted underneath the exhaust pipe, so I had to re-zip tie that up against the frame and stuff. And that's about it. Oh, brake lever too. We got this whole master cylinder with the line, caliper, and brake pads. The brake pads are almost new for I think it was like $30 $40 on eBay. And what happened was the brake pads wore down so much that caliper got frozen, and then the bottom of the reservoir was leaking too. So we just replaced the whole thing. It was easy. But oh, and we got the cover for the handlebar too. So after we get the rear bumper and the rest of the parts, will probably have about $350 into it. So for about $800, we bought it for $450. So for about $800, should be all set. The only problem missing out is some snow. We'll probably paint the frame. We'll probably paint this in the spring or whatever. If we get bored, but yeah, it's got the carbines with the F7 plastic skis on it. Studded track too. It's almost brand new. The spikes, you can see the spikes there. Pretty cool. That's about it, guys. She's basically all set.